All right, welcome, 5th primary pupils, to this very special exam explainer. Today, we aren't just staring at textbooks and notes. No way. We're actually stepping into a magical quest. Think of this explainer as your ultimate guide to defeating the final boss of the semester, your English exam. Thanks to the fantastic final revision guide created by Mr. Retta Adel and a team of expert supervisors, we're going to unlock the exact secrets you need for a perfect score.
And look closely at this hero right here. Yep, that's you. You are the absolute hero of this exam adventure. I know, prepping for tests can kind of feel overwhelming sometimes. But hey, with a bit of focus, the right strategy, and me as your fairy guide, studying is going to be a total blast. You've already got the talent. We're just here to sharpen up those magical skills.
Okay, let's take a quick peek at our magical map. We'll start in the Valley of Vocabulary, learn spells in the Grove of Grammar, collect Mr. Rita's top tips, test your skills in the practice clearing, and celebrate with a grammar song farewell.
So, our first stop is number 1, the Valley of Vocabulary, specifically focusing on brewing suffix potions.
So what exactly is a suffix potion? Well, a suffix is basically a magical ending that you add to a word, and it completely transforms its meaning or its part of speech. Think of it like a tiny drop of potion you just drop at the very end of a base word. With just a few letters, boom, you magically turn an action verb into a noun, or maybe a noun into a describing adjective. It is literally instant word magic.
This perfectly illustrates our potion recipes straight from your study guide. Watch how this works. You take the base action word enjoy, add that meant potion, and poof, you've got the noun enjoyment. Take friend, add ship, and suddenly it's friendship. Now let's look at adjectives. Add able to cure, and it magically becomes curable, meaning it can be cured. Or add able to access to make accessible. Seriously, mastering these suffixes is like a cheat code. It doubles your vocabulary without you having to memorize entirely new words.
Let's move right along to Section 2, the Grove of Grammar, casting ability and future spells. Now this is where we learn the exact formulas to cast time-traveling sentences. Notice how the base rule stays exactly the same, but the time completely changes. On the left, we've got today's magic for present ability. The formula, your subject plus can or can't plus a pure base verb, like she can play the piano. On the right, it's yesterday's magic. We literally just swap can for could or can't for couldn't. So it becomes, I could read stories when I was 6. The biggest secret here, whether it's today or yesterday, that main action verb, like play or read, never ever changes its shape. You have to keep it pure.
Next up, we have this absolutely crucial 4-step spell for predicting the future. Whenever you want to talk about your plans, you use the going to spell. Step 1, pick your subject. Step 2, match it with the right to be verb, so am, is, are. Step 3, say the magic words, going to. And step 4, just add that base infinitive verb again. Put it all together and you cast a sentence like, I am going to visit the beach, or they are going to pack warm clothes. Easy, right?
Okay, here we've got what I like to call the hospital rules spells, mainly because these pop up a lot in your health units. Notice the difference in strength here. The must-do command uses must or mustn't. This is a super strong personal command or an inner obligation like you must brush your teeth. On the flip side, the have-to rule uses have to or has to. This is more of an external rule or a fact you just gotta follow, like the nurse has to check the first aid kit. And notice again, both of these spells absolutely require that pure base infinitive verb right at the end.
All right, let's head into Section 3, Mr. Rita's top tips. The Fairy Guide's cheat sheet.
You are definitely going to want to memorize these golden nuggets. These are essential themes pulled directly from your reading passages about hobbies, health, and the solar system. For example, if you get a paragraph about hobbies, remember that they aren't just fun. They actually teach patience and build friendships. In a health scenario, remember the absolute rule. You must tell a teacher or nurse if someone is injured. You mustn't eat too much candy. And for your space unit, just lock in those planet facts. Mercury is the smallest planet, but Jupiter is the biggest. Oh, and working together makes the job easier and faster. Understanding these core ideas means you're going to breeze right through those reading comprehension questions.
Okay, hero, we have reached Section 4, the practice clearing, riddle time.
It is time to see how sharp your skills really are. You need to solve 3 challenges using the spells we just learned together. Here's your first riddle. Look at the bird. It can flies very high. Take a really close look at that word in the brackets. Can you spot the mistake in this sentence about our feathered friend? Think back to that strict rule we learned for the word can.
And the correct answer is fly. Excellent job applying the presentability spell without getting tricked by that pesky S at the end. Remember our golden rule? Modal verbs like can, could, must, and should are incredibly strict. They demand that the verb right after them be completely pure. No S, no ed, no ing. Just pure base verb magic.
Let's tackle riddle number 2. Can you speak English when you were 7? All right, what is the correct word to replace the bracketed word so we start this question properly? Think back to our time-traveling rules on the grammar slide. We're talking about being 7 years old, way in the past.
The correct answer is could. You remembered. Past clues mean we need to shift our magic. The phrase, when you were 7, is basically a giant flashing sign telling us we've traveled back in time to the past. Because we're in the past, we definitely can't use today's magic, can. We absolutely must use yesterday's magic, which is could.
Okay, final riddle number 3. She have to take medicine 3 times a day. Fix the word in the brackets. Now, this is our external rule spell, but look really closely at the subject at the very beginning of the sentence. Does the word she play nicely with the word have?
The answer is has. Fantastic work. Matching your subjects and verbs is basically your ultimate grammar defense. Pronouns like I, you, we, and they take have to, but our singular subjects, he, she, and it, they're a bit special and they demand has to.
You totally nailed it. And here we are at our final stop, Section 5, the grammar song Farewell, musical memory magic.
Let's lock all this magic straight into your brain with a super catchy rhyming song before we leave the forest. Sing this rhythm in your head, or hey, read it out loud with me right now. Can is for today, could is for the past, keep the base verb pure to make the magic last. Seriously, if you get nervous during the exam, just tap your pencil and repeat that exact rhyme. It is going to save you from making those tricky verb-ending mistakes for sure.
And the second verse goes a little something like this. Am, is, are, plus going to shows a future plan for me and you. Must is strict, have to is a rule. Learn these spells and rule your school. That right there is literally your entire grammar syllabus, wrapped up into one incredibly powerful little chant.
Well, you've officially made it out of the magical exam forest. The journey is complete. By reviewing your vocabulary potions, mastering those time-traveling and rule-setting grammar spells, and crushing the practice riddles, you are completely prepared and full of knowledge. Mr. Rita Adiel's guide gave us the map, and you, my friend, have successfully navigated the whole thing.
So, I'm going to leave you with this final thought. Are you ready to use these magical grammar secrets to conquer your exam and shine? I absolutely know you are. You have every single tool you need right there in your mind to do brilliantly. Trust your practice, remember to keep those base verbs pure, and walk into that exam room like the absolute hero you are. Best of luck on your English exam.